Hello, everyone. Welcome to a bit of an early access title that I'm going to be taking a look at. Now, I got this key from keymailer.co. I've been developing this game since March 27, 2019, so it's been, quite some time since, or at least for this game to be, basically developed and stuff. And first and foremost, you're going to see that the changelog has a lot of changes. I mean, I hope you all were able to read that. If you weren't, sorry. But yeah. And yeah, you can learn more about things like the mechanics and stuff. But yeah, this is a bit of an interesting game. I was trying it out for a while. It's a little bit like Asteroids, and I would highly suggest that while you can play this on KBM or keyboard and mouse, I would suggest that you play this on basically controller, because controller is basically going to be the best way to play this. Currently, they're not in phase 2 yet, but they have gone through phase 1, and they have a roadmap of things that are coming out, which is phase 1 is enemies 2.0, wave overhaul, alternate bosses. Phase 2 is supposed to add draft mode, which is currently unavailable, boss rush mode, final boss, and then I guess unlock Redux, which I'm not sure what Redux is. Phase 3 is supposed to have Beastry, which is lore and kill count, which I don't think they have it out yet. Uber bosses, dimensional rifts, and then they're supposed to release it, which is going to be a full release game. But yeah, let's go ahead and play this game. I've been playing it for a while just to kind of give it a test and give you my early access thoughts and stuff. But yeah, as you'll see, this game basically ends up kind of being a little bit like of course, Asteroids. I mean, this is just a little bit of a challenge mode. It's supposed to add more of a challenge, aka enemy territory, which basically throws me right into the enemies. And as you'll see, you can get upgrades, which will be like Salvo, Vortex, or Grenade. Some of these things I would highly recommend, others I wouldn't. Like Salvo, I would recommend, it's a great thing. Timbrel could be pretty good, but I would recommend Shockwave. And then, as far as ships go, I mean, you can do whatever ship you want. My favorite ship so far is the Carrier, for obvious reasons. Because the Carrier gives you, as you can see, these mini ships, which, yeah, will help fight you. Which will help fight for you. And, yeah. As you can see, the game pretty much it's a fun game. Is it a streamable game? It's what some of you may be asking, and maybe for some people, yes, it would be a streamable game, but, in my personal opinion, honestly, really, it all depends on you. I mean, if your community loves this kind of watching title, then yes, I could see it definitely being a game that's very, very streamable. But, let's face it, for many of you, I'm sure, if you're like me especially, you may not find this game to be very streamable. I'm not saying that it ain't streamable. It's, definitely a fun game, like, for sure, everyone. Like, don't ever get me wrong. It's definitely a fun game, and I would highly, highly recommend it to be played. I mean, it is basically if you will, the classic Asteroids game. And, you know, if Asteroids or that kind of style gameplay is your thing, if you love that kind of gameplay, then yes, this is totally a game for you. But as for me, I mean, the one main reason I will probably not stream it, and this is on my own personal, this is of course on my own personal note, is the fact that it just doesn't have like chat integration. Don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful game. It's a great game. You know, if you have any reason to want to play an old-fashioned game like Asteroids, it's beautiful. I love this game for that positive reason that it is, if you've ever played Asteroids in the past, it is basically Asteroids. I mean, you know, it's basically the old-fashioned, like, Asteroid-type game, which, you know, is very enjoyable. But, you know, the fact is, for me, I don't recommend this game if you're trying to find something to stream next. Because, like, it's a chill game. It's very, very chill. It's very, very, like, you know, anyone can pick this up and just play it on their offhand time. But the fact that chat won't have any really, any real, integration or any real, you know, any real event changing for this game, I think was a missed opportunity, which is the main reason why, at least in my opinion, this is not a very streamable game. I'll definitely make content on this game, because it's very easy to make content on this game. It's very easy to kind of have that, oh, look at how well we're doing today. Look at how many points I'm getting, you know? That's, like, one thing that I love about this game is that it's very, very easy to make some easy, quick content out of this game and make it, like, you know, something that's fun to play. But, again, you know, it's not like something that I would say everyone can just kind of get right into and just have, like, a moment of, like, oh, yeah, let's play Nova Drift and just, you know, and just have it and just do some chill stuff. I mean, you know, maybe this is content for somebody. I'm not saying that this is not a game I'm very positive about. I'm positive about this game. I love this game. I love the concept of it. I love the idea. And I love the idea of the game. It's just that when it comes down to it, you know, the problem for me is that there's no, like, for instance, chat integration, which I think chat integration for Twitch would have been very, very lovely. And I think that making it to where chat can summon more enemies, can basically make it to where they appear as an enemy on, or a boss on the game, would be lovely. I think it would be fun to have chat be able to, you know, integrate themselves into the game, like either like they pay bits to be a boss, or they have, like, you know, certain little interactions. Maybe if you're not an affiliate, you know, they just have to be able to enter into the chat, like exclamation mark boss or something, and all of a sudden, you know, they become like a boss. They become like the next, you know, the next enemy that the player has to fight against. You know, something fun for the chat would be absolutely welcomed, I think. Because I think that, you know, by having it to where chat can integrate themselves into the game, integrate themselves into maybe being the next enemy, or being, like, able to control and make it harder on the streamer, would be absolutely fun. I believe, like, it would be a blast, and it would really bring up the interaction for people who want to play this game, because this is, by far, everyone, kind of a chill game. It's fun to play on your own time, and I think, you know, if you want to make easy content, this is a game that is very, very easy content. Like, let's just see how well we can do today on this game. Let's just see what we can, you know, what we can do to make ourselves, you know, better, or just to have fun with some easy content, and that's what I think this game is. It's fun, easy content, but in a streamer's aspect, as a live streamer, I don't think this game is worth the is worth it. For the streamer aspect, because, like, let's face it, as a streamer, we want to make games that are fun for the viewers to watch. That's true. But we also want the game to be something for the viewers to keep coming back to, like, for instance, maybe, like I've said, maybe having chat integration. I know that chat integration, especially for, like, Twitch and stuff, is kind of a small thing, but trust me, the whole Twitch chat integration thing, it would be an awesome idea to bring into this game, because you're going to have those competitive gamers, and you're going to have those players who are just like, oh yeah, I want to be able to have my chat interact or have some fun with this game alongside with me, and like being able to, like I've said, put them into the game, basically, and to basically have them become part of that next wave of bosses that the player has to fight would be very, very fun, I think. And I think for the viewer, that would be very interesting to have them just like become part of the part of the game, and part of that next wave of enemies to fight against. Make it harder for for basically the streamer to basically make it to the next area, make it to the next level, because, like, that's the thing. It's like, this game is fun. I like this game. It's very, very fun. It's very, very entertaining, and that's what I like about this game. But the thing is that, when it comes down to it, that's all this game really is it's an enjoyable title to make some quick content out of, and just to have fun with, but in a streamer aspect, and in a streamer's point of view, this game just doesn't bring a lot for me to create content out of. Maybe I'm just one of those content creators. Maybe I'm just that streamer who is thinking, like, I want something to have my viewers be a part of. Be, like, maybe make it, like, that's why Notia, like, and you all know that game, Notia. I'm sure many of you have heard that game, Notia. That's what makes Notia a great game for streaming, is because, content creators can have their chat all of a sudden create the next challenge, create the next obstacle for them to face, or the next obstacle for them to be a part of. And it can be easier for the streamer, or it can be harder for the streamer. And I think that's what I really believe brings a game up, brings the game to this next, if you will, to this next viewpoint, and to this next like enjoyment level, especially when it comes to streamer and streamers, and of course streamer, and of course and of course streamer, and of course viewer capability, or viewer enjoyment, So I hope that if Pixel Jam, I love this game. I will say that don't change the game and make it to where, the concept, just based on this early access review, is go and make it different, or make your thoughts on how you're developing this game change. Because this is a fun game. If you enjoy Astral like games, or if you enjoyed, the Astro, or the Asteroid, day and age of gaming, this is that type of game. and it's very, very fun. It's very, very enjoyable. And that's what I like about this title. Everybody, is I like this title because it is that enjoyable factor. It is a very enjoyable game where honestly, I mean, this is that game. This is just a game where it is a very enjoyable title. It's something that I think everyone who's looking for an easy game or just something to relax to can enjoy. That's what this game is good at. And I will say that that's what this game is good at. It's great at that. And I would say that I wish there were more games where they kind of focused or at least maybe built around this aspect, this aspect and this idea, because like I've said, it's a very enjoyable title. It's a game where everyone can kind of enjoy it, to some degree. Maybe not to the point where where it's like, oh, well, doesn't that make it kind of a boring game? No, not really. But but of course you gotta remember that at the same time, things are different. It is a different style game. It is a game that that in the end is going to be not for everybody. For say, I'm not saying that it won't be for everyone. I mean, you will definitely find some enjoyment out of this game for sure. And I think that that's the one thing that makes this game enjoyable, is that, it's difficult every time, and you have to approach it in many different ways, like any roguelike title. But, at the end of the day, I enjoy this game. It's a fun game, it's really enjoyable, and I hope that Nova Drift comes out with this game pretty soon. I hope that the release does come sooner than later. But, of course, I will say that at the end of the day, maybe consider as part of your Beyond in the roadmap, add in, for instance, Twitch chat integration. Make it to where chat has some interaction because, at this point, like I've said before, for me, Nova Drift just doesn't feel like a very streamable game. I'm not saying it's not a streamable game. Some people may really enjoy this kind of game, this kind of streaming stuff. But I think that you've got to add chat integration. You've got to add something to make chat feel like they're invested into this game. Because when they're invested into this game, and they know that they can either become the next boss, or become the next wave of enemies, that is what's going to drive the game. That's going to bring so many more people into the title and bring it so much more up. But until you do that, I mean, the game is fun. I think it's enjoyable. I think you can make YouTube content out of it. I enjoy this game. It's very chill, very fun. But as far as early access and first impressions go, this is my thoughts. This is my impressions. And while I enjoy this game, and I really hope that Nova Drift gets its full release soon, I'll keep looking forward to this game. I'm going to play this game. I will recommend that, like I said, you play this on controller. You can play this on KBM, but I think keyboard and mouse are going to be very, very hard to, it's going to be very, very hard to really play this game successfully on keyboard and mouse. But, I'm looking forward to seeing how this game is when it finally gets released. I'll make a full video when it does get released. But at this moment, thank you everyone for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. You probably somewhere saw the plugins for liking and subscribing and whatnot. But, yeah. This is Nova Drift. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you found some interesting enjoyment. Please do consider buying this game if you want to buy this game. If this is a game that you like, if asteroids or something like Asteroids is your type of title, buy this game. It is going to be very enjoyable. It's going to be very fun. It's very very it's a very very fast paced game. It's an enjoyable chill title, but as far as streamability goes, it just doesn't feel very streamable for me because there's nothing to invest the viewer into it. And I hope that, at some point there is Twitch integration. There is something to make the viewer invested into this game. Right? It's like they become the next wave, they become the next end boss, whatever it is. Bring something onto the table that, that will invest the viewer, is my thoughts. But with that being said, thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you for watching this video. And if you made it this far, congratulations. And I hope you enjoyed this game if you decide to buy it, because I would definitely recommend buying it if you want a chill title. It's very chill. It's very fun. But at the same time, I just don't think as a streamer it would be very streamable because there's nothing to, like I said, invest the viewer. But until then, everyone, or until the next video, yeah, farewell, everyone. Bye.